Hi everyone. It's very important to make friends in dementia units because otherwise, if you're going to be there for 3-4 years and you don't make friends and you stay in your room all day, then it's really just like being a male or female hermit, as one of the male dementia residents said. So in terms of making friends, it's not that you have to be completely coherent. I mean, obviously there's a vast range of cognitive abilities in a dementia unit and communication abilities with that, but at least to be able to say a few words, and the main thing being that you have a warm manner and communicate with people, through body language, expression, warmth of expression. And at the dining table where you're sitting with people for meals, at the activities in the lounge, if you have that warm, friendly expression and just say, the odd thing now and then, that's enough to make friends in a dementia unit. It's that simple. It's not that difficult. But the person does need to extend themselves and have that wish to make friends, and that needs to be picked up by others in order for friendships to be made. Now, the other way to be able to make friends is to answer the ever-present questions of people in a dementia unit. Now, in a dementia facility, there's always lots of questions being asked. The dementia residents will gather around the nurse's station, often 5-10 at a time, often asking the same questions, repeatedly. And the main questions really boil down to two main questions. And they are, where's my son? Where's my daughter? I want to go home. That's one, barrel of questions. And the other questions around, where's my room? I want to go to the toilet. Really, most of the questions are those questions. So if, as a dementia resident, you can help any of these ladies or men at the desk answering these questions, then you will be the hero in their eyes. Now, this one former ex-army guy, there were 2 ex-army men at the unit I worked at, and they were both fantastic with making friends with the women, helping the women, showing them the way to the toilet, even if they couldn't remember where the toilet was. They would recognise the staff members and say, she'll show you, go there, and she'll show you the way to go to the toilet. Well, that was good enough. So the lady would trot off to that person, relative, staff member, whoever it was, and get shown to the toilet. Direction, showing direction orientation that someone else can pick up on. That's what the army guys used to do, obviously good at directions in their career. So this would sort of play out in the unit. The other thing they used to do, this one particular guy used to do, for the women that were becoming, escalating with anxiety and saying, where's my son, where's my daughter, I want to get out, such a common refrain. This particular guy would say, never mind, Dairies, we're all here, we're all in the same boat, we're not going home, this is where we live, this is our home now, and this is our family, and we are all brothers and sisters here together. That's it. Well, he'd just say one of those lines. He only, he was so well loved in the unit, he'd just really have to say, it's okay, dearie, we're all here together, you live here now. Something like that. That's it. De-escalate. They completely de-escalate, these women, just with a few words from him. Whereas the staff would go on and on trying to explain this and that and divert and distract and all the other methods they've been taught to do. Nothing worked, but he'd come along and they'd de-escalate. So this was, really, I mean, he was a friend with everyone because he solved that problem. Oh, well, we have a home here. Is my bathroom here? Yes, dear. Your home is here. Your room is here. You have your bathroom here. He'd explain everything over and over. Never got tired of repeating it. As he said, you've got to go down to their level and understand where they're at and go in at that level. Even if you have to bring your intelligence down a level or two, never mind. You have to come in on their wavelength. He explained that to me. Isn't that incredible? From someone with dementia to say that. And he always used to say, what did he used to say? People here have to wake up, think, have an opinion and say it. So well put. People have to wake up, think, have an opinion and say it. God, what I used to think about lying on that bed, all these, pithy statements. And of course, he was the one to do that. But he actually spent most of his time supporting others. I never actually heard him ever once ask a question of a staff member. And they used to think that he couldn't speak, if you can possibly believe it, because they never asked his opinion. And he even never ventured his opinion with them. He just used to talk to the residents all day and support them. Unbelievable, So, okay, so that's the first question. Where's my son? Where's my daughter? I want to get out. And then rolling the answer into, this is your home now. You have your bathroom and your home here. And this is where your room is, and directing them there. The second big question is around, tying into the first question. Where's the toilet? Well, it's in your room because you live here. So then directions to the toilet are a big deal in a dementia unit, because people often get lost because of direction, orientation and memory problem. So, even working out who the staff member is can be difficult, because especially in some facilities where all the staff are dressed in a similar looking uniform, it's quite difficult to work out, anyway, most staff can probably direct the person to the room. So if they just go to some staff member, hopefully they're astute enough to know where your room is. But if you're a new resident, they might not have picked up on that. So then, of course, you have to wait longer at the desk to find out indeed where your room number is. Of course, all this time you're bursting to go to the toilet. It can really be stressful, especially with sore hips, sore knees. Maybe you're a bit fragile on your walker, trying to find the toilet 3, 4, 5 times a day, which is way up the corridor somewhere, when at home you're only used to having to go, a few meters to the toilet. So one of the biggest stresses in a dementia unit is finding the toilet. And so if you can get the toilet close to the nursing station for your parent when you're getting your room, the room initially, take that into strong consideration. If the ideal is to get a room north facing, sunny, closest to the nursing station. That's the ideal. When there's not too far that they have to walk, they're more likely to be able to become orientated to a room second to the right past the nursing station than 10 doors down at the end of the corridor. That's much more difficult to find. So making friends, and relatives can help with the making friends process, coming to the activities, coming to meals, joining in, and that will be the introduction too for your parent to be able to communicate with other residents. If you're friendly and pleasant with other dementia residents when you come for a meal with your mother, then that can be a lead-in for your mother to follow the way with the other people and with the conversation. So there's many ways of working around this, but whatever way is being facilitated, whether through activities or meals or just general conversation, having a chat, cup of tea and a muffin with other residents at the table, morning and afternoon tea, all goes a long way. And this is, what facilitates friendship. Communication, eating together, doing activities together, enjoying each other's company. That's the ideal, of course, is once you start enjoying each other's company, then you've got the friend right there, haven't you? Friendship's all about fun and enjoyment, and it is very important that people in dementia facilities have fun and enjoyment, and indeed they do. And indeed they are fun places to work in, and can be fun places to visit and enjoy when you get into the routine and the habit and become part of the community and visit and join in the activities. Then it can be, a win-win all round, which I found it was in a dementia unit. Working there was one of the best jobs of my life, in fact. So The Resident's Voice and The Resident's Rise, I've written both these books from a dementia unit with everything in there. They can be got from Amazon, and description below my website. So thank you for your looks and subscriptions and likes and comments. I'm really appreciating those comments, bringing those into the videos and answering them on most occasions to people that write in and type in. Thank you.